The chiefs of the Army, Navy, and Air Force will likely be asking the same question because the investigation has now spread to all branches of the military. Glad?
So, David, this scandal extends far beyond the Marines, as you pointed out. How have the other military services responded to these allegations, then?
Well, each service has begun its own investigation. The Army Criminal Investigative Division has begun an investigation. The Air Force Office of Special Investigations and NCIS is doing both the Marines and the Navy. So separate investigations are going on for each of the services.
So on Friday, David, the Commandant of the Marine Corps, General Neller, had this to say about those responsible for posting those photos. And I'm wondering how the Marine Corps plans to hold people responsible.
The investigation that's ongoing will help us understand the scope of this, and I can assure you, if there's accountability to be made, those that are involved will be held accountable.
Well, there are rules in the military justice system which prohibit the spreading of explicit photos without the person's consent. So these people, if they are found to have done that without the person's consent, then they will be subject to the what is called the UCMJ, which is the system of laws which regulates activity in the military.
And David, General Neller has also implored victims to come forward. What's been the response to the victims that have already identified themselves?
Well, you know, it's twofold here. Some of them are saying this is what they had to deal with the entire time they were in the Marines, and it's now just become public because of these photo sharings. Other women who were not necessarily in the photos are writing blogs that say, "Now you know why I decided not to re-enlist." So this is truly, as General Neller said, a threat to the Marine Corps, because it is casting doubt over whether they can keep young women in the service and whether they can recruit younger women to join the Marines. I mean, if you were the parent of a young woman right now, would you want to see her join the Marines?
Absolutely. That's a question that I'm sure a lot of parents have on their minds right now, David, and it's believed that there are still other sites online with the victims' photos. I mean, how are the Marines working to stop those images from spreading?
Well, I'm not sure you can. I mean, what has happened is that the photos that were on that site, Marines United, have all been archived and put into a Dropbox and are out there for anybody that has the address of the Dropbox. And on this new site, Marines United 2.0, the link to the Dropbox is being circulated. So even though the Facebook group Marines United has been taken down, it lives on, and the photos live on with it.
And finally, David, I'm curious, has General Neller or any others at the Pentagon said what is next for the Marines when it comes to dealing with online harassment, especially towards women in the service?
Well, I think he made clear today that they don't have a handle on this. They didn't know this was happening until a reporter, a former Marine, brought it to them. And they clearly have to come up with new rules that make this more difficult to do, because this was happening without any oversight whatsoever, because it was happening unknown to the Marine Corps. They just don't have a handle on social media. And General Neller said today he is generationally challenged. I mean, he just doesn't understand, a man of his age, what young people who make up the predominance of the Marine Corps actually do on social media.
It is disturbing indeed. David Martin at the Pentagon for us. Thank you, David.
Sure thing.